It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to this elementary edition of Science Bowl as we get closer and closer to our semifinals. Let's meet today's teams first from Beacon Heights Elementary. Please welcome Ben Oahu Awadi, Anissa Ali, and Victor Cardoza. And from Capitol Heights Elementary School, here they are, Alex Billups, Brenton Parker, and Miles Stone Dowdy. And now here are the categories of questions we use on Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on Science Bowl, our game board reflects question difficulty with the easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10 points. The tougher ones, 15, 20, ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points apiece. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. End of the 2 rounds, one of these 2 good-looking teams will come back to play our game again and perhaps become the last of the 4 finalists this year, joining University Park, Glen Arden Woods, and Cora Rice. Let's make sure everything works properly. Let's go to the red team. Anissa, would you try your buzzer for us? Thank you. Good luck to you, to Ben, and to Victor. And Brenton, would you try yours? Thank you, young man. Good luck to you, to Miles, and to Alex. Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's have a great game. We go alphabetically B before C. So Beacon Heights, the Battle of the Heights today. Let's start our game. Anissa.
Let's get physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10 points. Teams, at the White House Science Fair recently, a student demonstrated a water-based detector for this U-initialed radioactive element that is sometimes contained in terrorist weapons. Beacon Heights.
Uranus.
Uranium it is. That's it. First points to Beacon Heights. Go, Anissa.
Science Potpourri for 5.
Potpourri, 5 points. Teams, at the Smithsonian Museum, they recently removed, just temporarily from view, these slippers made of a precious gem that were worn by Dorothy. Capitol Heights.
Ruby.
The ruby slippers, that's right, a very big favorite at the Smithsonian. Off exhibit just temporarily. Go green. Brenton.
Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade for 10 points. Teams, lions must be feeling pretty good about themselves because they're at the top of the African food chain, which is why they probably call groups of themselves these. Anissa.
Pride.
Pride, a pride of lions. Absolutely a well-chosen word. Red.
Body systems for 5.
Body system, 5 points. Teams, if you eat the magic fruit of Africa, a fruit that is so named because for about an hour it confuses these body parts into thinking that sour is sweet. All right, Beacon Heights. What body parts are we talking about?
I'd like to pass it on to Victor.
Victor.
Pulp.
Again?
Pulp.
No. Pulp? Not pulp, no. Capitol Heights. What body parts are temporarily confused by eating this magic fruit of Africa into thinking that sweet is sour?
Taste buds?
Taste buds. That's exactly right. Good. Okay, good comeback. All right, 70 for Beacon Heights. Capitol Heights, you're up to 60 points. Brenton, your advantage.
Science Potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. Teams, Caltech astronomer Mike Brown has just written a book called How I Killed This Planet and It Had It Coming. Beacon Heights.
Pluto.
Pluto, that's right. His kids are not very happy with him for doing that either. Go red.
Green things for 5.
Green things for 5 points. Teams, what leafy green thing has a gene that makes photosynthesis move very fast and contains lots of nutrients to build muscles for Popeye? Beacon Heights.
Spinach.
Spinach, absolutely right. Popeye always has that can of spinach. Still doesn't taste good to me. All right, 85 to 60. Go again, Red.
Let's get physical for 5.
Let's get physical for 5 points. Teams, if you go into your science lab at school and there is a beaker of dihydrogen monoxide, all you really have is a glass of this. Capital Heights.
Water?
Water, that's right. Dihydrogen. Two hydrogens, one oxygen monoxide. All right. We thought we'd trick you, but Alex, he pulled it out. Go, green.
Zoo parade for 5.
Zoo parade for 5 points. Teams, this lizard who went by the name of Rango said, I went through my whole life. Beacon Heights?
Chameleon?
A chameleon. He said, all I did was try to blend in. I want to do something different. All right, go Red. You're in the lead.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. Teams, recently, part of a plant that was 32,000 years old underneath the Siberian ice was brought back as a genetic twin of the one that died 32,000 years ago. That genetic twin is otherwise known as what kind of copy? A clone. A clone. Try again, Red.
Daylight science for 5.
Dateline for 5 points. Teams, who knew that putting on lipstick was so dangerous? Because it turns out that this chemical is in it that we have already taken out of paint and gasoline. Anissa.
Lead?
Lead, yes, there's lead in lipstick now. Something else to worry about. Go Red.
Body systems for 10.
Body systems for 10 points. Teams, if an athlete finishes the game and undergoes cryotherapy, it's not because he's shedding any tears. He's sitting in a bath of this. Okay, Capitol Heights.
Ice?
Ice, yes. Ice water, cryotherapy, cryo, a prefix meaning ice. Thank you, Miles, for your assist on that. You're just 20 points behind. Go, Brenton.
Dateline for 10.
Dateline for 10 points. Teams, long before iPads, back in 1977, the Commodore PET was the first of these ever used in a school classroom. Anissa.
Computers?
Computer. That was the very first computer in a school, the Pioneer, way back in 1977. Yes, ma'am. All the lower valued questions are gone. The tougher ones are ahead. Where next?
Body systems for 15.
Whoa, hold that thought. We will get right back to you. Anissa, that buzzer says our first round is over. Good playing, everybody. I can see why you were chosen by your schools. 105 Beacon Heights, 75 Capitol Heights. We'll be back with round 2 in just a moment. Don't go away.
You can never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. No matter how safe you feel, adding multiple safety steps can mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Hi, I'm Jordan Sparks, and my I Matter You campaign is all about making a difference, and SOS Children's Villages does just that. I cannot believe how many children SOS has helped around the world by building villages, helping abandoned children, and giving them a mother and house to grow up in. I'm calling on everyone that I know to support SOS in their efforts to help kids at risk of abandonment in countries like Sudan, Vietnam, and Haiti. SOS helps these children over the long term, and you can make a real difference in a child's life. MAD, making a difference. That's what it's all about, and SOS is one of the best. You've got to check them out at sosusa.org.
SOS Children's Villages gives homes and hope to children in need all around the world. Join SOS and Jordan Sparks in making a difference. Visit sosusa.org to learn more.
And welcome back to Science Bowl. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. We have 6 outstanding young players here. Let's find out a little bit more about them. If you've been watching all season, you know the Beacon Heights team. This is their 3rd appearance. You're on a hot streak, and you're in the lead again today. Anissa, tell us about Beacon Heights. Who's your principal?
Mrs. Stewie.
Mrs. Stewie. And she's here today. She'll be out in a few moments. And you have a cast of thousands. You had alternates on your team, plus other students. We're going to bring them all out a little bit later. Who are the designated alternates?
The alternates are Randy, Anijah, and Manga.
Wonderful. And we'll meet them in a few moments. You had a shadow team out there.
Yes.
I like your polo shirts there. You've got the lighthouse, indicative of Beacon Heights there. You're over there just off Riverdale Road, central portion of Prince George's County. And tell me what it is about Beacon Heights that makes you guys smile so much, because you're always in a great humor. You're obviously proud of your school.
I love the methods that they use for teaching, because they make it so much fun. It makes us comfortable and makes us want to learn.
Wow. You are a great advertisement for Beacon Heights, Anissa. I love your enthusiasm. Someday you want to be a pathologist, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So you have a lot of schooling ahead of you. Medical school, internship, residency. I have no doubt you're going to be successful. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Victor, nice to have you here. How many times have you been on our show now?
5 times.
5 times. That's why you're so cool, calm, and collected. You know your stuff, and you lean over. You're giving always great answers to Anissa. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to do someday, Victor?
I want to be a paleontologist.
Paleontologist, yeah. How did you get interested in that?
I saw Jurassic Park.
Just one time?
No, I saw the whole movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jurassic Park, it always seems to be repeated on television. And every time that T-Rex comes out, you get scared all over again. They did a great job on that. And you're a soccer player, too, I know, on the side, right? You like to read books. And, Ben, I know you're a reader. And I just learned you're a trombone player. You're a musician. Tell us what else you do.
I also like to study physics and quantum mechanics.
Yeah, you told me you read books about that. So you're a very academic-oriented kind of guy. And we love having you on the show. And you've been here a number of times, too, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll always like having you back. Keep up your good work. Capitol Heights, nice to have you guys here. Capitol Heights got a bye in the first round of competition because your school did so well last year. So here you guys are. Twice your school has won the county championship in our 26-year history. Not recently. Maybe this will be the year again for you. Tell us about Capitol Heights, Brenton. Who's your principal?
Mr. Whaley.
Wonderful. He's out there rooting for you. And the sponsor of your team?
Miss Shern.
Miss Shern. And I neglected to ask Beacon Heights and Anissa who your sponsors are. They're 2 great teachers. Anissa, could we go back to you for just a second?
Mr. Miller.
Yes.
He's our science teacher, the 5th grade science teacher, and Mrs. Jennerette.
That's right, and both of them are here. They'll be out in just a few moments. And Brenton, back to you. Miss Shern is here today. Did you have any alternates on your team?
We have Kobe and we have Paige.
Wonderful. And they're out there. They're trying to send you messages, answers telepathically, but you guys are doing a great job on your own. Tell me what you like about Capitol Heights. Why is it a really good school to attend?
Well, I think it's a good school to attend because they have these fun programs for us to participate in. So it makes school fun.
Yeah, and I know you have some extracurriculars there because Miles was telling me you have a basketball team over there. You have clubs that you can be part of, and it has a great tradition there at Capitol Heights. Tell me what it is you want to do someday, Brenton.
I want to be a zoologist.
Yeah, and I know you love animals. You don't have any pets, but I know you'd love to have some pets, right? Yeah. And you read books about animals, and you like TV shows about animals. I think that's wonderful. You keep it up. Miles, nice to have you here. You've come up with some really good answers in that first round there. How do you know so much about science?
It's just my regular life just has all these things in it.
Yeah,
so.
And I know you like to go on the internet, and you find an awful lot of information there. You're a reader. And how about sports? Do you play sports?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Basketball, football, and baseball.
All right, you're an all-round sports guy. That's great. Keep up your good work. Alex, you've come up with some great answers, too. You must be a great student. Obviously, they wouldn't have chosen you for this team. Tell me what you like to do in your spare time.
Well, for my spare time, I like to read books and play sports. And my favorite books are Japanese books like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto.
That's wonderful. And what do you want to do when you get older?
I want to be a computer forensic scientist.
And you want to work for the CIA, don't you?
Yes.
Absolutely right. We're going to keep our eye on you. Good to want to serve your country that way. Let's get back to our game. Capitol Heights 75, Beacon Heights 105. Lots of the tough questions left. Good luck, teams. Let's begin. Anissa, start us out again.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. Teams, when a vampire is looking for a victim, he doesn't have to worry about incompatible blood types. Why not? Capitol Heights. Why does the vampire not worry about incompatible blood types? Who's the spokesperson? Somebody talk.
Because he's dead and he likes positive blood and all he wants is blood.
Yeah, it sounds like a good story you're telling there. I'm not getting the science I want out of this. Beacon Heights, vampires, they really don't have to worry about blood types, different blood types when they seek out a victim. Why not?
Because people have different DNA?
No, because they're drinking the blood. They're not having a transfusion. It's only when you get a transfusion that you've got to worry about A and B and antigen and antibody reactions there. It was kind of a tough question. Go red.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Look at the monitor in the studio, if you would, please, teams. When you get to high school, you're going to get a kit in biology class that includes the scalpels and the forceps and the scissors that will help you to do what when you examine preserved specimens? Beacon Heights?
Dissect.
That's right. You're about to dissect your first frog or worm or grasshopper. Go. Red.
Let's get physical for 15.
Let's get physical. 15 points. Teams, Titan, the largest moon of Saturn, has been discovered to have an atmosphere much like our own, with the majority gas being this gas. Beacon Heights.
Nitrogen?
Yeah, nitrogen. 90% of the gas around Titan is supposed to be nitrogen. Here it is about 4/5. Nicely done, Anissa. Go.
Dateline science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points, teams. Rutherford B. Hayes was the very first president to have one of these installed in the White House, personally installed by Alexander Graham Bell. Beacon Heights.
I like to pass on to Victor.
A telegraph.
Not a telegraph. Good try. Capitol Heights, Rutherford B. Hayes, first president to have one of these installed in the White House, personally installed by Alexander Graham Bell.
A TV?
A telephone. A telephone. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. He personally brought one to the White House. Try again, red.
Green things for 15.
Green things, 15 points. Teams, some people say that if you want to keep a head of lettuce fresh in your refrigerator, put a lump of coal next to it. Because coal, like charcoal, will absorb what? Beacon Heights.
Heat.
Not heat. Nope. What will that coal, like charcoal, absorb next to that head of lettuce in order to keep it fresh? Yes, sir.
Light?
No, water, moisture. Otherwise, it gets all wilted. Also can absorb odors. Try again, red.
Super for 15.
Zuprate for 15 points. Teams, when they were building the ICC, the Inter-Counter Connector Highway, engineers discovered that these two groups of animals contracted a virus, a group of animals that includes box turtles and frogs and salamanders. What two groups? What two groups? Come on, Capitol Heights.
No. Reptiles and amphibians?
That's it, reptiles and amphibians. The box turtle is the reptile, the frog, and the salamander, the amphibians. All right, the 20 and the 25 pointers are left. Beacon Heights is at 135, Capitol Heights at 90, advantage green.
Zoo Parade for 20.
Zoo Parade, 20 points. Teams, listen carefully. This is a strange story, but true. These creatures drink the alcohol produced by the yeast on rotting fruit. These are the larval forms of fruit flies. Anissa.
Maggots?
Yeah, the maggots of the fruit flies, and that helps to kill any parasites that they have within them. And they get a free drink at the same time. Go, Red.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Team, some people say if you drink water upside down, you can cure these that come about from a spasm. Capitol Heights.
Hiccups.
Hiccups, that's right, a spasm in your diaphragm. Thanks, Miles, for your assist on that. Takes you over the century mark, 110, 155. Go green.
Zoo Parade for 25.
Zoo Parade 25, big one in that category. Teams, look at the monitor in the studio. That is not a skunk. That is a zorilla. It's an African mammal more closely related to polecats, which are a kind of what W-initialed mammal. Capitol Heights.
Wombats?
Not wombats. Good try. What kind of W-initialed mammals are zorillas related to? They are a kind of polecat. Weasels. Weasels. Try again, green. Yes, sir.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Teams, what same word means the red-colored fungus that sometimes appears on leaves and stems, and the oxidation that appears on some kinds of metal like iron? Beacon Heights?
Rust.
Rust, yes. Rust is a kind of affliction on a plant as well. Go red.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems, 20 points. Teams, the #1 best-selling book in the country right now is Heaven is Here. It's all about a young boy who sees angels undergoing an operation to remove this A-initial vestigial organ from his body. Beacon Heights.
Appendix.
Appendix. He's having an appendectomy, and he sees angels while he's undergoing it. It's a true story. Go red.
Let's get physical for 20.
Get physical for 20 points. Teams, your question is as follows. If you grow up to be a scientist and you are a lunar geologist, what are you studying? Beacon Heights.
The moon.
More specifically.
The craters.
Tell me more. Judges? More.
The land.
Yes, we are giving that to you, yes. The geology, the rocks, and the soil, absolutely right. Good, go red.
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline for 20 points. Teams, back in 1928, Alexander Fleming accidentally discovered penicillin, which was the very first and the most popular of these kinds of drugs. Anissa.
Antibiotics.
You got that right, antibiotic. Thank you, Ben, for your assist. Very good answer. Go, red.
Green things for 25.
Green things, 25. Big one in that category, teams. While agriculture is the study of growing crops, this kind of H-initial culture is about plant propagation and cultivation. All right, Beacon Heights.
I like to pass it on to Victor. Harvesting.
Not harvesting. Good try. You got the H right. What kind of H-initial culture? Agriculture is growing crops. This kind of culture is plant propagation, the science of it. Horticulture. Horticulture. Try again, red. Tough question.
Let's get physical for 25.
Physical, 25 points. Teams, a math question. Put on your math caps here. I want the fraction in lowest terms of, if I told you that the number of GPS satellites around the Earth is 24, and for you to find out exactly where you are, you need triangulation, meaning you need 3 of those. How many satellites are you using? What fraction? Capital Heights for 25 points. Lowest terms.
1/8.
1/8, absolutely right. 3 out of 24. Thank you, gentlemen. Go.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, recently we saw pictures from a telescope of tornadoes on the surface of the sun. The tornadoes were made of this 4th state of matter that is a kind of ionized gas.
Plasma?
Plasma it is, Brenton. Absolutely right. We have 2 questions left. Let's check that score. 235 Beacon Heights, 160 Capitol Heights. 2 questions left. Where's next, sir?
Dateline for 25.
Dateline for 25 points. Teams, a 4-part question. Scientists discovered an Earth-like planet that is many light years away from our planet. We think, though, that it is more like the 4 gaseous giants in our solar system. Name them. The 4 gaseous giants, Beacon Heights.
And Uranus.
Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus.
You got all 4. Absolutely right. Last question of the game. Body systems for 25 points. Teams, it was a sensation on the internet. People in Appalachia who all had blue skin because this H-initial pigment did not carry enough oxygen in their blood. Name that pigment for 25 points. Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is where we were headed. And with that, our game is over. It looks like Beacon Heights is 1 step closer to the Final 4. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.
Because play might be the best way to fight obesity.
Because staying connected makes my family stronger, healthier, and happier.
Because a safe place after school can lead to success in school.
Because physical activity is vital to my health and well-being.
Because I need to make my world better.
Because playing team sports teaches the character and social skills that build leaders.
Because learning with others makes for a greater understanding.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed this game at home as much as we did here in the studio. 6 fine young people. They are winners all. We are really proud of you guys. Our final tally today is Capitol Heights 160, Beacon Heights 260. Congratulations. You're off maybe to the finals. Ben and Anissa and Victor, congratulations. And standing back there, the alternates at Beacon Heights, Anijah, Randy, Manga, Mr. Gatlin. Mr. Gatlin, raise your hand. A full-time volunteer. Miss Lynn Stewie, the principal, and 2 wonderful sponsors, Miss Janida Jenrette and Mr. Biller. Congratulations. Capitol Heights, let's see some smiles over there. You guys really played a super game. Alex and Brenton and Miles, first time, what a performance. Our alternates over there, Kobe and Paige. And Miss Shern, thank you for being a first-time sponsor. You did a fantastic job. I hope to see you again. Hope to see you again next time on another edition of Science Bowl. Bye-bye.